think we're on, but I am all by myself tonight. It's a surprise RC talk. Biohazard open mic night. So if you guys want to jump in, I'll answer any questions into the chat, and I'll show you what I've been working on, which is basically my 34 Ford Drifter. I did do a lot of work on the interior. Um, looks very nice, and especially I put some little blue light there because I did buy a light kit a while back, and it was for a drifter, so it had all bunch of different lights, but it had those blue lights. So I actually put that in a cockpit underneath the dash. I was going to put it on top, but because those are kind of they only light up really at the front and not around the side, it didn't look good inside. It acted more like a spotlight. So then I would have had to do diffuser and a whole bunch of things. So I decided, oh, I'm going to try to put it underneath into the cockpit under the dash. It actually turned out pretty good. So anyways, we'll show you some of that. And let me see if everything is okay. And I think it is. It's not live. Just checking my playback. Okay. Seems to be okay. Close that. Okay, I got a couple of people that are supposed to come in tonight. Hopefully they will. If not, you'll hear me talking for 2 hours about my stuff. And I know Jack really likes that when I do that, talking about me. Heck, this is my show, so I'm going to talk. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. And tell all your friends we're live. And if you have any questions, but tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about this guy real quick. So come on, camera, focus. Light is way too bright. Can't really show the detail into the rims because they look friggin' sweet. So I've taken a bunch of different pictures of it, and it's actually looked good. I could show them. They are on Facebook, so I'll show those. Yes, I am a day early, AZ Froggy, because I was watching Tony CCXRCs, and I know nothing's going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. So I decided, oh, what the heck, let's throw one in there and have some fun and do some chit chat. And I will be back tomorrow night with the regular RC talk. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll talk about something. RC propaganda. No, it's not Thursday yet, but it is. Everybody's quarantined and everybody's into the in quarantine. So I figured, why the heck not? People are at home. People are doing nothing. So why not? So if you guys actually want to jump in, I can pop the phone numbers there. If you guys want to call and just chat on the phone, you can actually chat live, or I can actually put the link up into the chat to actually invite some of you guys. But for now, we'll put that link there. If anybody wants to jump in, you're more than welcome. Here's a link. RC Master, how you doing? So far, I haven't heard anybody in the group that are sick or had the virus, which is good. There's for Rianda. Okay, I was going to say I need to get it together. It's funny. AZ Froggy. You were thinking of doing a Wednesday show. Go right ahead. But normally at church, yeah, if you're normally at church, it makes it a little hard, especially around this time. Oh, you do have an online service in a few minutes. Oh, okay. You guys are still having service, or is just an online service? So it's people that are at home and actually doing the church and listening to the church, the live stream of the church. Therefore, they're not a big gathering because they are closing down church. They don't want the people to actually go meet up. That's what I understood. So because of the quarantine and all that. Hey, Tony. Oh, there he is. Mr. Tony CC himself. Mr. RC Propaganda. Not RC Propaganda. Conspiracy. RC Propaganda is somebody else. Oh, it's the first one tonight. Cool. Only usually leave for food and RC footage. Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow take a little bit off of work. I am working at home, so I'm thinking for an hour or two, go outside. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow, and get some RC footage. So that would be cool. Can I borrow some TP from anyone? No, man. I'm keeping my TP. If you want some, I can trade you. What RCs would you be willing to trade for it? I'm open to suggestion. If you want one roll will cost you an RC, but which one? What do you have? Let's make a deal. Try Office Depot. What are you going to take out? Take out? I'm not sure I understand the question or what I said. I must be senile. I don't remember me saying that I was taking out anything. Oh, there he is, Mr. Tony CC.
What's up? Sorry about that. Getting everything reset up from last night. I moved it all.
You moved it all.
Yep.
You made a mess of it since your last show?
I had it in a completely different area.
Oh, yeah?
I moved my whole computer. So, moved it back.
Mm-hmm. Just want to show real quick my scale garage and the pictures I've been posting on social media. So how's your day been?
Busy working.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you got a lot of editing to do and some stuff to do, for business?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here's my scale garage with the walls and all that. That's pretty good. From Redcat, you can actually download and actually get them printed. So wow. I did print them at the plotter at my house. They're 16-inch tall by 30-inch wide, these. And they're a PDF. If you bring it to a printing place, they'll print it to you the right size, just like I've done mine.
Huh. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I got 6 different walls, which I can put it 6 different ways. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this because it doesn't, when I take a picture from the side, it does not look scale.
Right.
It looks like a printed because it's not 3D from the side, but when from the front, it should look good. So first one, that's my Rock Slide RS10. I got this because I want to actually just take the axles of it and junk the rest because I needed the axle for a special project. But when I told my son what I wanted to do with it, he said, no, don't. So I'm not sure I will anymore. So I still might, but it's to get a special Tonka going. Should be kind of
let him forget about it.
Yeah. Let him forget about the car, take it all apart, and then do the build.
Yep.
Here's a scale garage with the 3 cars. Now that looks sweet, I find.
Yeah, that angle works.
Put that full screen. There we go. Looks better. Yeah, that
That's
angle
a really wide
works.
garage.
It is a pretty wide. Like it's 30 inches wide, so it's pretty wide. I got to play with my lighting. I do have some back lighting here that is making a shadow, makes it kind of weird. But there I had my unicorn car and my hot rod in there. And putting that hot rod beside another car really makes it stand out. So I painted, and here I had to use a torch and actually bend the plastic here because my battery is now in front of the Wraith. So I had to modify the fenders, and I decided to paint the fenders orange to match the rest of the orange theme that he's got. So it looks not bad. And the inside is actually painted black. Like you can see inside here on top, it's actually painted black on here. So it actually looks good. Man, I love these wheels. They're so sexy.
Yeah, those are cool. So simple.
Yeah.
Clean.
Wide tires. I like how I decided to put the little light inside in the back instead of putting a bucket here, or like a square bucket or a rectangle. You can see the purple now in the dash and where the light is, because I did put purple light in there, or blue light.
I saw that.
There it goes. And this is
Interior
just
looks good.
Yeah, this is just felt. And here's my marker again. I use that chrome marker. It turned out awesome on the steering wheel. Yeah, they are clean deep dish. They look good. The rims are actually 1.9s. Those are the rims from GCM Racing. You're looking at $29 a rim to buy them, but they come with the different caps that you can put inside to actually change the wheel to anything you want. I believe there's 5 of them, 5 different caps. Here I'm thinking of either bending a piece of metal or a piece of styrene and painted it chrome just to go on top of here to actually make a bumper.
Yeah, just a simple rounded one.
Yeah, something simple, and either cut something that's aluminum and cut it in half and then just bend it a little bit and then just glue it there. Just to give it that old look. But right now this actually looks not bad, but it doesn't look too much out of place. But I like that, especially now with the interior. My bar turned out good. I got to make a video of how to make a bar like this with using the Bond ink pen. So that actually turned out good. And here's the wood bed at the back. So this is all dropped. I still did not glue it, but I got to glue it down. And here's another view of all the 3 cars. So that's how wide it is. It's pretty wide, the garage. If you just have one car in there, it looks small. And here's my Tamiya, my first RC. So I'm actually thinking of doing a series of my collection. So in other words, calling my collection, this would be the first one. And just me talking about, okay, here's my first car, here's my second car, here's my third car, and all that. And the little bit of history behind it and what the car is and why the reason I bought it.
You know who's going to love that?
Who?
Jack.
Jack?
Especially when you get to Herbie.
Yeah. Oh, he really wants that Herbie. So I went all the way around. So now that I bored you enough with that. Let's see what's in the chat. What's the Mr. Bean? It's Mr. Bean bendable. You actually buy those on Amazon called it's bendable. I think it's Bean Bendable or Mr. Bean Bendable. That's the name of it. And I bought it because I want to have fun with him in the scale garage, take him out, do different postures, and make him screw up some things. So I'm going to have fun. I might even put him in the hot rod because he's a perfect height for it. This guy is too tall. This 6-inch figure is too tall. It's basically his torso. When I sit him on the seat, his head is touching the top of the roof, and the way the roof is made, like you can see, there's a big gap. There's a big hollow here before you actually get to the steering. So the head gets lost in there, and you don't see him. The only thing you see is his chin. So it doesn't really work out. He does fit, but his head is too high. So I got to find a figure that's a little smaller to actually fit in there, or the torso smaller. And I don't want to cut him up. So
that would not be good.
AZ Froggy says, I'll take that Tamiya, Frank. That's my first Tamiya. Why are you going to take my first Tamiya away from me? That's a Super Hornet. I would love to do an RC replica of my pastor's truck. Rat Rod style Pro 34 Ford pickup with a blown 383. Cool. That's one thing that you can really get wild with this is you can actually put a front engine. You can do pretty much anything with this. As long as you have the patience, and even if you don't have the know-how, you can actually practice and just make anything you want. It's just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream for dinner tonight, RC Propaganda.
That sounds tasty.
Yeah. What kind of ice cream? Meal replacement drink for me tonight, AZ Froggy. Well, that's no fun. Meal replacement. Breaking silence saying hello. Hello. So I haven't, did you release your video of Lawn Dart, RC Lawn Dart yet, Tony? I haven't seen it.
No, I filmed it yesterday, so
okay.
Haven't had any time to edit it.
I saw some teaser on social media when you're driving it and then your son is driving it. So I saw some of those teasers.
For the Lawn Dart one?
Yeah.
Or for the other ones?
Lawn Dart.
Okay. I don't even remember what I posted anymore. I know there were pictures.
You post so much. No, there's even one where you went for it and you actually landed.
That's right. Yeah, we did post some of them. So that was the first one. I didn't end up actually using any of that.
Okay.
For a video. So we redid it once we kind of had the rules down, and
so that was just kind of a practice run.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, they got it down pretty good. They did. I had it set up too so that the speed on their STX2 was able to be at like 75, and then that would be like the perfect to land in one of them.
Okay.
If they were full power, they could hit the 10. If they weren't quite hitting full speed, if they lined it up right, they'd hit the 5.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes down to lining it up right. So I have it all loaded. I just have it's 2 cameras, and I have to just edit it down.
Yeah, you got to sync it together, and then you got to do your cut and just bring them up.
Yep. Because the one I had was floating around and following, and I got most of it, but the other one was just always focused on the rings. So it's kind of like the landing camera.
Well, you didn't make it too challenging. You had the rings right in front of the ramp, so you didn't like put it off to the side a little bit. So they had to take the ramp sideways a little bit to get to that 10. In other words,
right. The 10 was tough. It was tough to hit. I was the only one that hit it. It's because it's small. It's a small target for lining it up just right. And we ended up doing it where only 2 wheels had to hit in.
Okay.
So either the 2 side or the 2 front for any of them in order to get decent points, because we were not landing in the middle of the circle very often.
So you didn't have to land and stay in the circle. It was as long as two tires touched
on the hit. Yeah, the initial hit.
What happened if you went backward or upside down and it landed, but 2 tires were in there, but landed backward, upside down?
It didn't happen. So
it didn't happen.
No, it's basically a way of saying, that you're not just barely catching the rim of it. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that like you had a pretty decent hit on it. You'd be surprised. I thought it was going to be super easy. Yeah. And it wasn't.
I want to do something like that with my son too outside, but there's still way too much snow here.
Yeah.
It's not melting fast right now. It's just taking its sweet time to leave.
Well, my problem was that my low center of gravity slash kept bottoming out as it would approach the ramp. So where they're screwed together,
okay,
there's a gap, it sticks up a little bit, and mine kept hitting, and it kicked every which way it wanted to every time I'd hit it.
Oh yeah.
So it was a definite disadvantage. You could hear it click every time I went up. ended up actually breaking away parts of the ramp.
Hmm.
So probably won't be driving that one on that ramp very much.
Wow.
The Sentins, though, those things are a beast. Tell you
The
what.
Sentin, yeah. Yeah, they
They're a
look
beast
pretty
of a
good and
truck.
pretty strong.
Yep. I think I'm going to be getting a another Granite.
Oh, yeah?
I sold one to a guy locally, and I miss it. It was an awesome truck. And I'd like the MT10 by Team Associated, but I can't remember the Granite enough to know if I like it better and which one I'd keep. I'd only keep one of them. So if I
Okay.
got the Granite and I really thought that the Team Associated was better, I'd probably get rid of the Granite again. But I don't think that'll be the case. But I don't know. The shocks haven't leaked yet on the Team Associated, so there is that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know, everyone complains about the 3S lineup of shocks leaking oil like crazy, which it didn't bother me with the Granite. I mean, it still seemed weighted in a way that it handled decent, even with like zero oil in the shocks. I thought for a basher, it was fine for me. It didn't bother me. They're talking about first cars in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. RC21 and RC10.
Yeah.
My first real RC was a Tamiya F-150 Ranger. Wish I still had it. That's what happened. And when you're younger or whatever, you don't keep your stuff and
You want the money.
Yeah, true. Somebody offers you money for it and you, sure, yeah, go ahead. And then you kind of go, I wish I would have kept it.
Did anybody see what the TLR update was yet today? I haven't had a chance to even look.
Well,
was it just an update on their vehicle, the 22X4?
Yeah. What's his name? Net Cruiser RC, John Net Cruiser RC had a watch video party.
Yeah.
And they were showing the chassis, the 4-wheel drive chassis and all that. And the different setups they got, the new chassis, why they put such a certain size of shock, and like the reason for oil and the reason for the build anyways, and all the changes that they made.
Well, it's been a winning combination, whatever it is, that's for sure.
Yeah. And he was talking about different setups for carpet and clay, because carpet racing is completely different.
Right.
And clay racing also. I can't wait to go back. I had a blast last time I went with my son, and all morning and even the day before I was going to him, and I said, tomorrow we're going to a racetrack. Like he says, I want to stay here, play Xbox with my buddies. So we ended up going to the track, and he looks at me and he goes, Dad, this is actually fun. This is actually fun. So he actually went through 4 packs.
Wow.
And so they were all 5. We stayed there for 3 hours, and he was booting it with his short wheel drive course, Team Associated 2-wheel drive. And he was having fun. Like when I was changing the second pack to the third, I said, you want to go back? He goes, yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to the course. So.
Yeah. That's cool. I have on order one of the the TLR 22 5.0, the AC, which is the carpet version of the 2-wheel drive buggy. Okay. So I've actually got the servo. It's actually pretty cool. I'll grab it. I'm actually going to switch my audio to here really quick.
I'm looking for Net Cruiser RC's post, so I can actually post it there for people to go see it.
All right. So I got the it's too bright. It's the Spectrum S6240RX, which is their it's got a receiver built into it, so you don't have to have a separate receiver to keep the car, well, one, to keep wiring down and keep the car nice and clean. So the servo actually has the receiver built in.
So it's got 2 wires going to it, a power wire and a receiver wire.
Well, the receiver wire is already in it, so it doesn't need a receiver wire. It just needs the power to come to it. So your throttle, your ESC plugs into here. Where's the knife? I was gonna open it up. Just tear it open, I guess. I always have a knife on me. It's weird. I always keep one of those little Milwaukee. I have like 4 of them. I don't have one on me right now. But it's got the bind plug in here with it. And then it has the antenna right there on it.
Okay, so it's a Spectrum receiver servo.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then you've got your throttle input right here. And
Interesting.
here, let me just turn down the brightness. I can adjust it manually. So down at the bottom here, it has a throttle and then a bind plug. And so you literally just plug your ESC straight in at the top here.
Yeah, see that?
Put a bind plug in so it makes it a little more obvious.
So the only disadvantage in using that is you can't use this in a car that's got a lot of accessories that you want to control.
Right. It's a race car though, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't really have a whole bunch of extra
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah, if it's a 2-wheel drive race car, yeah, you don't have lights, winch, or whatever to control.
Nope. Yeah, so that's what this is for, is racing. Keep your, you know how clean they keep those cars, their wiring and everything.
So
So
there's 2 channels out of there, eh? Right?
it's just a bind, is it? And all you get to do is really plug in your ESC into it.
Okay, so it's not a ESC and a 3rd channel, another word for accessories. It's not a 3rd
Nope.
channel.
It's
a
just
bind.
literally a bind.
Okay, so it's just 1 channel.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is just for racing.
Yeah, all you're doing is getting power to this, which powers then the servo and gives you your ability to connect your Spectrum receiver or transmitter to it.
I wonder why they
All
did
you need.
that. Save room.
Save room in those small little chassis. Yeah, less wiring. They're trying to save weight everywhere they can. So if they used a separate receiver, they'd probably want a small one anyway. They wouldn't want a huge. So you don't have to tape down one more thing.
That is cool.
Which is actually great because then you can screw most of it down.
That would be great for the really detailed class 1 and class 0 rig. Yeah, it would, because then you save room. You don't have to worry about where to put the receiver and all that. So
Yeah, if you've got a long enough cable to go up to from your wherever you mount your ESC. I hate running extensions on something like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind it for lights, but when you're dealing with power to your servo, I don't really like the idea of putting extenders on. Just me. You can always tape it up.
Full Gear C, what's up, guys? How you doing? So here's Neck Cruiser C live info and question and answers about the Team Losi Racing 22X dash 4-wheel drive race buggy.
Yeah.
So it's a video that's an hour and 11 minutes of just talking about that, which is kind of cool. So check out Neck Cruiser Tech RC and on Facebook, and you'll see that. And I'm sure that Team Losi also has it on their page. That is there, anyways. But
yep,
the link is there for John's. Now, where did you get your servo from?
Me?
Yeah, I just want to go check that webpage.
I got it from Horizon Hobby.
Horizon Hobby.
Yeah, it's a race one. I mean, it's high speed.
Yeah, I just want to pull up the specs on it so people can actually see it. What's the part number of it?
S6240 RX.
240 RX.
It's probably going to seem faster than anything else I've used. Mine are usually high torque.
Yeah. Yeah, in racing, you need the speed.
Yep. That's the one.
And you can actually get a metal cap for it. An extra $15. DSMR receiver built in. And you can get it on easy payment for $12 a month.
There you go. For 10 months. Well, probably more. Probably 12 months.
Yeah, it is written throttle and bind. High speed 2-channel DMSR receiver, save weight, save space, and save money. Because if you buy this and that servo, you end up paying more money.
Yeah.
It requires a DMSR transmitter capable of 5.5 millisecond frame rate. They're trying to go faster with the receivers. Bearing, dual bearing. Gear material, steel and aluminum. Motor type, it is a cordless motor. 120 degrees for rotation. Voltage is only 6 volt. That's pretty good. Usually it's the high torque one that usually have more power. The high speed one, they usually are.
Well, they want all that power going to their motors.
Yeah, that's true. Spline 23 teeth.
Huh. Aren't most that we run for crawlers 25 teeth?
Yeah.
I might have to get it.
Yeah.
It comes with one, but I'm probably gonna have to get one.
You probably get a plastic one with it, but
yeah.
Parts and accessories. Oh.
Just the top piece.
Just the top piece. It doesn't show the horn. Oh, optional accessories. Here we go. RX chassis mount. Why would you need a receiver chassis mount? You already got a receiver built in.
I don't know.
An option for it is a small smart battery checker and servo
driver, so you can center it.
Okay.
So I was looking after last night at that RC 4-wheel drive forklift.
Yep.
It looks just like the one that RC Sparks has. Now his is a different brand.
Yeah.
And his had to be assembled and painted and all that. But his also comes with lights and some accessories. But if you look at the build of it, it looks like the exact same one rebranded.
Okay. But wasn't his electrical and he converted it to
he ended up buying, he did that with his first ones, his whatever the more toy grade one was that he had, he did convert, but then he bought those ones for over $1,000.
Okay.
And then once he saw the build quality of it, he said, maybe I'll get 2 of these and we'll do them in the 2 colors, like red and green or whatever it was, or red and blue. And so, yeah. But when you're looking at the one that he's building, it looks, it's the Lisu. That's Michael Deering. He got the Lisu forklift.
Okay.
RC 4-wheel drive is the Norsu forklift. is what theirs is called. And it looks very identical, from the chains to the plates behind the forks to the guards on the top of the seat, or the roof of it, and everything, to everything about it. It just doesn't have some of the lights or the markings.
Okay.
So anyway, it's just interesting.
Well, I did pick up, actually, I still have it. It's not even out of the box. For $150, $200 there, the Hulna, whatever it's
Huna,
called.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, Huna. And I did get one.
Their forklift?
Yeah, a forklift, and it's kind of forklift crane at the same time.
Yep.
But it is a 1/10, so it is big.
It's big, yeah.
And that's what some people are saying. Well, it's too big for the 1/14.
It's under $100 though, too. So
yeah. And when you really think about it, there's a lot of different size of forklift. There when you go,
yeah.
I've driven forklifts before, and like there's small ones for the warehouse, and they're really small, and there's other ones that are really huge for road. You can actually use them outside. So scale, is it too big? Is it not too big? It all depends. If, like somebody mentioned a while back, it's the figure in the seat. If the seat looks too big, it looks too big, and then it doesn't look scaled compared to your truck, then it's too big. But that can actually be changed. You can actually take the interior out and put a smaller seat and make it look like
just a bigger interior around the seat. Yeah. Anyway,
So,
it was interesting to me. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And for under $1,000 you get it. And when you saw him build it, there's so much metal. They got the welded copper tubing and all that for the hydraulics.
Michael's saying he thinks it's the same, but just rebranded.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at it pretty closely after the chat last night, and it looked it.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just waiting for him to get the judge or the Intimidator back in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're out of stock still?
Yep.
That didn't last long. I guess they only had a small run of them to see how it was going to go, and then they're probably going to get more from China.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need a 1/10 semi. I'm slowly building one on my beast. Cool. Yeah, I got to finish my semi also. It's over there. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing this weekend. I'm pretty much finished the 34 Ford. So I'm going to start building, keep working on my electronics portion of that. Yeah, and you know how that is, Tony, the electronics on those?
On which one?
On the semi truck.
Oh, what a pain, yeah.
Yeah, and configuring the remote, and so those are all the parts that I got to start doing. So,
and then even when you do it right, it doesn't feel like you did it right because it's so finicky to get it into gear.
Yeah.
On the one that I have that I traded for the Happy Toys one, it's a single speed. He got a new kit that just made it single, and I'm like, man, that's just the way to go. Because dealing with the shifting and all that's such a pain, I find, getting it to find the right gear.
Lock it. You can always lock it in position. You don't have to shift it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have.
Well, this one's just like pulled out. So it'll just go.
Michael, yes, I did get the full MFU, and Tony also, I think you did get the sound module ESC all for it. Yeah.
Yep. And I fitted in with the driver.
Oh, really? Mine won't fit. There's no room in that thing.
No, I wouldn't think so.
So that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to play a little bit with it's the seats. The dash is there, but the seats, I can't put the seats in there.
Yeah, the Grand Hauler, I made it fit.
Okay. Well, the Grand Hauler, you got a little cab at the back, which is not bad. But this one, there's no. You don't even have that extended cab at the back, so it won't fit.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a super tight fit. It's hard to get the body on.
Yeah.
Pain when you have to take it off.
And even me, the speaker, I had to take the speaker out of that box, or I didn't even use that box they gave me for the speaker.
Oh, okay.
I put the speaker up in the roof because it kind of has a false roof that goes on top of the other roof. And it actually had this, it almost seems like it, so I made the holes and I put the speaker there. So the speaker is going to be right on top. So it should sound pretty good. Shakers installed, so our truck just shake. So it should be interesting. And I know GCM Racing got one also. There's a whole bunch of people in Ottawa that actually got some, and there's actually a group that started in Ottawa also with some of those, and they're supposed to get forklift and do a loading war thing and thing like that. So that should be interesting. And I got the same trailer you got, so that one with the wood deck. But I think you got other trailers, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have the one that has the Happy Toys. So the box truck. It's like $500.
Okay, okay. The one that has a full box on it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's amazing looking.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea the scale of it. When I got it, I was like, holy cow.
And you got that flatbed one with the wood deck.
Yep. And I put like a weathered wood sealant on it.
Okay.
And it makes all the wood turn like gray, like it's been outside and not been treated. Just weathered. Yeah.
You got to take some oil stain and put some round oil staining on it or something and make it fake that or something.
Barrels and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'll share my screen real quick. I'll just show you that, how I tucked it on there.
Sure.
In case anybody's wondering. Actually, let me turn all my analytics off here. There we go. All right. I think it did it.
Yeah, see how big that speaker box is? It's just crazy.
Yeah. And I just literally stuck it to the back.
Yeah.
With tape. I put the whole control unit to the back of it because they normally want you to put the speaker up here where the guy's sitting and delete this, and then you'd put your control unit down here. But I was like, I think I can get them both to sit on this little pad and make it work, and it did. So, but it's a rat's nest of wire, and it's sitting over the battery compartment too, which makes that kind of difficult getting the battery in and out. So I may or may not charge my battery in the truck. Just using the balance plug, old school way. Yeah,
well, if it balance, if you use the balance plug, it's gonna charge very slowly. You shouldn't have any issues.
So, but the guy's all painted and all that now. But this was somewhere. I think this was with the third video I did on it. So
cool.
Stop.
So what else do you have to do on that truck? Just finishing
it's settings? Done. It's done.
But the remote and all that works now? Everything works?
Yeah, I'd been driving it.
Okay.
The weather hasn't been great since I finished it. So I really want like a nice sunny day. Like I wanted to take it out today or yesterday, but it's just kind of overcast. I was like, if I'm going to film this for the first time driving, I want to have some nice colorful images instead of a gray kind of hue to everything. So I decided not to do the video of it for all the setup I was going to have to do. But yeah, it shakes and everything. It's really loud when it fires up.
Oh yeah, when it shakes?
Oh yeah. It got me in trouble the first night I fired it up at like 2 a.m. after I finally got it installed. And it was like making all the motor noises and all that. And it's got a volume on the bottom, but it was it was cranking when I turned it on.
So did you wake anybody?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Door flew open to the room. What are you doing?
What
I'm
are
trying to
you
turn it
doing?
off.
So I'll show you something I'm thinking of doing. Make sure I cut it long enough so I can actually use it.
Michael Deering saying the only thing left is put on a proper cab and front bumper.
Oh yeah?
And he's the one doing it to the RC four-wheel drive. Is that right?
Yeah, to a 6x6.
That's cool. Put that
So you
together.
gotta turn the 6x6 into a semi, I guess, or put.
Yeah. There's a couple of other companies I can think of that could do something like that for us.
Yeah.
Put some ready to run trucks on the market. Nice. Ready to runs that don't cost $1,200. I did see the ready to run Tamiya's, and the price on those is insane.
So the I guess it's gonna be better on this side. The foot guard, where you put your foot when you come in, I was going to paint it black, but use a matte black or a plasti dip and just make it look like a running board. But the other thing I thought of, since I got the wood deck and I still have some of these thin piece of wood, is actually put this
will look good
on the side. And because I am going to tint this kind of a dark cherry red, so it actually matches the flames.
Yeah.
So I want this to match more of the flames. And so I could do the side also. And if I do the side, it should actually look pretty good if I put a wood runner on it. So it's
you know what you
like
need? You need one of those things that has like the plastic, all the plastic pieces that you push up against it, and it takes the mold of it for you, so you can keep your boards straight. And get the perfect cutout for that door.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Have you seen those where you slide it up against something and it gives you a little?
No, I can do that.
The shape.
I can do that easily.
Okay.
The back part will be thin, and then the front one, because the door, theoretically, the door is from here to there, so the running board is going to go past a little bit back, but basically it might be a little shorter, but it's going to start where it is right now, but probably end up here.
Yeah, I see that.
And this already has glue on it because it's actually meant to put on top of a thing, and then you take an iron and you run on top of it. But what I'm thinking of trying to do is heat it up with a torch.
Yep.
And then just sticking it on real quick to see if it's going to stick instead of using glue. But it does already have glue on it. But because it's been on a roll so long, it's been like this. So I might wet it for a little bit and bend it the other way so it's not as bendy.
Yeah.
Right now it's a piece of wood, so it will take
well
shape.
At least it's not one to peel the other way.
Yeah.
Where your corners all lift up.
But that should be kind of cool. But if I take this off and show you quickly how I did the interior. But first, let's take the light kit off and show you the truck. So because I had to extend the chassis, I had to, let's bring this down. Okay, I had to cut the chassis to make it longer for the wheelbase. So it is cut here. So this is how much I've actually brought it up. And I also, the servo was all the way here in the front before and was actually flipped around the other way. So I had to bring the servo back, flip it, change the way the steering is. And while I was trying to tighten these, I actually broke an arm, but I did fix it temporarily. But I did get some parts from a buddy in Australia, which he sent me some parts. I had to change the front suspension in the front because usually it's behind the A-arms, but now I'm going into the A-arms. So there's a lot of different things that were changed on here. So there was a lot of work just to make the chassis fit. But this is the interior. So I made everything flush to the back box. So Let me get back up again a little bit.
It's pretty plain looking interior.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like a white flat piece to me.
Take it out of speaker view and pin the video. Hopefully for you guys. So I did not glue it because it's actually tight in there. It actually stays in there, which is pretty good. And then when you turn it back around, this is how simple it is. So I
That
basically
looks great.
This is a 3D seat that was printed, and I actually just took a piece of styrene to put it together with the bottom part. My air gun to actually paint this, and it's got a kind of a finish on it, so it's kind of cool. And this
Somebody could
felt.
just take that and they could just sand it. If they stacked
Yeah.
some styrene together, they could sand it around it like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily. Or buy a thicker piece of styrene and just do it. And this is where the LEDs are, because I actually did build a dash there and it actually hides it, but these are the blue little LEDs that are from the light kit and they're connected to the light kit. So steering wheel is there, and I did do a foot pedal that looks like it's chrome and it looks like a foot. So what hot rod, you always need that. And I did do a clutch. So, and I got my Hurst Shifter. So the only thing I have to do, and I did put felt in the door, but because this body was so, it's painted red, but it wasn't backed after. When I put this felt on, I could actually see the red through it. When I looked through the door, I could actually see outside almost because the felt. So I took a black, it looks like styrofoam. It's like this little stuff from Kraft. It's foam, very craft foam, I guess. And I put that in the back, and then I put the door back on the panel, and then I did some little armrest and a crank for the window. So when you look through it, it looks pretty good. And the only thing I have to do is just spread it apart a little bit, and it just falls right into place, and then everything just locks up because everything is tight to it. It holds by the felt, and gravity does not push it out. So it stays there.
That's cool.
So I can take the interior in and out if I want, and it fits over all the electronics. And I even cut the door.
You're not going to be jumping it or anything, so it shouldn't pop out.
No, it shouldn't. Why? What do you mean I shouldn't be jumping it? What do you mean I'm not going to be jumping it? It's a drifter, yeah. So I did do like a red trim on the dash. Can barely see it. There's not enough light in there. If I can get a small flashlight. Where's my flashlight?
I like the roll down window.
Yeah. That might be too bright. Yeah, now you see the red line in there in the dash. So light is too bright. So the roll down window is kind of cool. I like it. I was debating on it and I said, what the heck, I'll do it. I've been wanted to do it. So I've done it on one side. I might do the other side. The other side I left it up. This is the driver's side. So the other side is still up. So turned out pretty good. I'm happy. Custom. Doesn't work. It never ends. Like I said, I'm almost done, and then I'm getting more ideas, like putting a wood running board instead of doing black. Like it's never ending. Gallery view. Here we go. What's going on in the chat? That 34 is so clean. Yes, it is. And I don't think I'm going to take it in the mud.
He's not jumping it. What a waste of time. Or what a waste.
Well, I do have my rat rod that is in the States right now with Dave Martin. I did put drifter tires on it, and I was actually dumping the drifter tires on a track that they had set up at a meeting. It was actually funny seeing it jump.
What's the suspension like on that? I didn't pay attention to what it was.
Suspension on the chassis.
Yeah.
So it's regular suspension at the
yeah.
back.
Yep.
So, but the front was the same thing. But because the front is so tight with the radiator going in front, I had to take the shock off the front. So the front is actually use a 1/64th buggy or 1/18th, I think, scale buggy, and I took it shocked, and because this is a two-wheel drive now, I could actually just put it right into the A-arm, and I built myself a truss in the front and put the shocks inside, and now I got perfect. I got shocks in the front. They actually work.
Okay.
And they're oil shocks, so.
I remember when you were working on something that you weren't sure what you were going to do with that up front. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, and those back tires look so fat compared to the front, which looks awesome.
They just look big boned. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
The what?
Eric Cartman. I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
Oh, big bone, yeah. Frank, please. What's going on, Brad? I did send you an invite, Brad. I sent everybody an invite. I sent everybody an email. Pretty sure I hit send.
You did not send an email.
Well, how did you get in?
You posted it at the very top of the chat when I got on.
Sent.
You sent saying that there was going to be one.
Where's my email then? I did one. Oh, draft. Oh, darn. It didn't say. I did not hit send. Oh, it's still there in my draft. Okay, sent. So that's why nobody was coming in. Geez, I prepared that like 15 minutes before the show started. So I did.
I was wondering, I finally came up. I'm like, I wonder if he's just running late.
No.
Because you sent out the one saying special day, special time.
Oops, my bad. Well, thank you, Brad. You actually found something. I screwed up again.
Brad finds things all the time, Tank.
Yeah, I'm getting old, too old. See, my hair's gray. My hair's gray, and I need a haircut, and all the hairdressers are closed. So I think tomorrow I'm going to just take a trimmer and just go.
Yeah, Brad should be the real conspiracist because he finds all the stuff about RCs online.
Yeah, you should have him working for you. Brad's going to work for CCXRC. He's going to work for parts. I work for RC parts.
How many people in the chat have their local shops still open?
Mine is closed.
Is it completely closed?
Yeah, they closed, but they're still shipping.
Okay. Ours is doing curbside pickup.
I wish they would have done that. But I guess they don't want the people going to work, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of them want to work. I mean, some of them rely on the money, but
okay.
I would think. I know I need to work right now. And I'm a special contract, or I'm a contract employee. So all of my jobs are based on getting contracts for work.
Okay.
And so unless they changed and made some provisions for us in the government thing, I would not be covered because I'm not a full-time employee that was laid off.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to find.
Don't think we qualify for it anyway, but still.
See if I can see Brad Kalman's name in that email. He says he's saying, yeah, you are there. kalmanbride69@gmail.com. Oops, now everybody knows your email. So Brad, I did send you the email. Look again. It's RC Talk Biohazard Open Mic Night, which means you can talk about anything, even the coronavirus. I don't care. Let's talk about it. If it's affecting you, if you're sick, if you're not. Maybe I should put my mask on. Swampers RC, mine closed 7 years ago. I don't think it's because of the coronavirus.
Well played.
Curbside here. Mine's open.
Now, John Martin, right? My brother's up in Michigan. He said that he's not allowed to be out and about unless he has a paper saying that he's like going to work. Like he can get a $500 fine if they're just out and they don't have a reason to be out, like going to get groceries or whatever. I don't know how they can prove that, but
I ordered some stuff from Amazon and I got the shipping at work, and I'm not there no more because Monday my boss told me work from home. So things are arriving tomorrow and Friday. So I'm gonna go to work Friday morning, Friday afternoon, just to pick up my shit. So hopefully nobody gets mad. JM says is that Detroit?
it's like Milford.
Okay.
So like Metro Detroit, I guess, like outskirts of Metro Detroit. Because he actually lives up more by Flint is where he actually lives.
Okay.
But yeah. So he would know where that is, the place I'm talking about.
So how did you get that Gravedigger again sign? I know you talked about a little bit a while back, but I forget. The Gravedigger.
Everybody gives me everything, Tank, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's all free.
Well, just like me.
Everything's free. Stuff. No, I mean, I paid for it.
Okay. Was it an auction?
No, they sell them at the shop. So I live close to the shop, and Ryan Anderson's a really good salesman. And on his Insta story one day, he was just going through and saying, hey, look at all the stuff we got in the shop. If you want to get it by Christmas, we're shipping still. And so he's going around showing all the stuff in their shop. And he went to those, and there's that one. Then there was the big skull from on the top of the truck. And I thought, my wife wouldn't love that hanging big on my wall in here. But I like this one anyway with the trucks on the bottom. And it says the price on the back. I can look. Tell people what I paid.
Now, is that plexiglass, plastic, or metal?
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass?
Yep. It was
$3.
Yep. Something like that.
$300. That's actually not bad because it's probably the one, actually a part of the Son of a Digger.
Yep. Yeah, when they crash it and break it.
Yeah,
he says this stuff's hard to get. I said, yeah, I could call him BS on that one. You crash your truck all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but they crash it.
He doesn't crash it, but he rips the body off it. But yeah.
Yeah, but is the panel still good enough to sell?
Right. That's the question.
That's the question.
And that's a really nice piece too. I mean, it's got his name still all there. It's got the Kwanzaa hut with the old Gravedigger, and then I don't know what number that one is, but like the one, and then it's like it's the son, of the mother, father Gravediggers kind of thing. But it's pretty cool.
AZ Froggy says, okay, service is over now. So AZ Froggy, get in here. Talk to us, and maybe we can have our own prayer. Pray for our sea parts. Pray the God of RCs. Who's the God of RCs? His name is Jack.
Where is Jack?
Where is Jack? It's around 12 o'clock where he is, or 11 o'clock, 11:35 right now.
11's naps.
Yeah, maybe he is having a nap. But maybe my email will come up because he is on the email list. So I'll post
My
that.
phone messed me up. I was trying to clear out some bad stuff in the files, and it obviously totally erased this.
Oh yeah. Did you get your phone bill figured out? Is it all
I
fit
got
now?
it. I got an extension.
An exemption.
An extension.
Oh, an extension.
Yes.
Cool.
So
I feel like you just got yelled at, Tank.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, Frank. It's just I don't know why you can't hear me so well.
I'm old. I'll use that excuse now. I'm going to be 55 this year, so I'm old.
Yeah.
Well, I just turned 51.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Not
Yeah,
quite getting the discounted coffees yet.
I put a picture of me with my airbrush and with the fenders of my Wraith, and saying I'm 55 and learning new tricks every day or new stuff every day. So we're learning
You're
how
not
to
an old
use an
dog.
airbrush.
You're not an old dog that can learn new tricks. So are you doing this tomorrow, or are you just doing it early?
No, I'll do it tomorrow also. It's just nobody was doing anything on Wednesday night, so I decided to, what the heck, I'll do one tonight. I'm doing nothing anyways, so
that's why I caught everybody by surprise, I assume.
yeah.
He mentioned it last night. I kind of thought I was actually getting ready to email you and ask, are we going to do something tonight? And then I saw your email.
So what's going on? What have I missed for over 50 minutes?
Me showing off pictures of my scale garage and my 34 hot rod, and me talking about myself. And we talked about a couple things with Tony. Watch the beginning of the video. Rewind when we're done. You can watch the whole.
We already talked about Tamiya for a long time.
Yeah, we talked about Tamiya. So
You're messing with. You didn't talk about Tamiya.
So we talked about Tamiya.
Tamiya, not Tamiya.
I say Tamiya, but yeah, we talked about what the trucks. You had your cars out here.
Yeah.
Brett Shia, hello.
The rod.
Brett.
It's me,
Easy Froggy. How are you doing?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
So AZ Froggy saying he might start a stream, but it all depends of his church thing, right?
Yeah, if anything, maybe like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon after church or something.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, on a Sunday, huh?
Maybe, yeah, because we're possibly changing to a Saturday evening service. So I'll have Saturday afternoon and then Sunday's free. So
nice.
So are you guys still gathering at church, or is it everything online now?
This was the first time we did an online deal ever. Actually went pretty good. It was only about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
They're talking about going live and using this kind of platform for it as well.
Okay.
So, like I said, tonight was the first one, so it was a trial just to see how it would go. Had 32 people that I saw, which was a good turnout for us.
Cool. Well, I actually did this today with my stepdaughter to wish her happy birthday. She's turning 30, and basically we can't go to her house. Every year we go to the restaurant, but this year I sent her a Zoom invite, and I sent it to my wife and I sent it to my son. So instead of all three of us being on one camera, and I sent it to her grandma, grandpa. So we were 5 of us, 5 windows, and we're talking and having fun with Sophie and wishing her happy birthday. And everybody really enjoyed it because they all had their own screen. So it was kind of fun. It was
cool.
Nice. So even though you can't. The what?
So please ignore the mess behind me.
No. Oh, it's okay. You should see the mess I got on both sides of me. And plus my office where I'm actually working, it's a mess in there, but I got to start cleaning because all these RCs are going to go into there. And
oh, wow.
I used to do video production. So I got video equipment, VCRs. I used to do video duplication. I still have all that. I got to get rid of it, and it breaks my heart. But like I was taking pictures of a SCSI drive. It's man, what kind of SCSI?
Zip
Zip.
250.
Yeah, the Zip 250
I
SCSI
remember
drive,
those.
and that one is a SCSI. It's not parallel. So,
Oh,
and I
wow.
still have my big SCSI scanner that I used to have. I still have that. I guess like there's so much shit I got to get rid of. It breaks my heart. My wife makes fun of me when she goes, "It's gonna hurt you when you get rid of that. It's gonna hurt."
Wow, what happened with mine? Mine went super fuzzy real quick here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Hmm.
Hey,
Odd.
BK, how you doing?
Me?
No, there's another BK in the chat.
Oh.
It could have been Brad Kalman, but
No, mine's fully spelled out, and it's not Burger King. Brett, where do you live?
I am in Sun City, Arizona, which
I've heard of
is
that.
it's part of the Phoenix metro area. I'm actually in the area. It's Sun City, Peoria, and Surprise. It's in the northwest section of Phoenix.
So you is Scottsdale south or west of you?
Scottsdale is east of me.
Okay. You know, there's a Peoria, Illinois. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
So the weather been good there? I mean, we're getting 50s and 60s right now, but it's all gonna be raining. It was nice today, but
It was about 75, cloudy. It's cooling off a little bit. We got a system coming through this week.
well,
Saturday's supposed to be about, maybe 78, and then next week somewhere in the 80s.
yeah. I know our last summer was very hot here in Ohio. We had 105 index.
That's a bit warm, but I live in 22.
You guys got dry heat. We got humid heat.
I lived in Florida for 4 years, so I know what it's like.
When I went to Florida for the first time, my feet I could feel the heat through the paper through my feet. That's how.
I'm originally from Connecticut, so
Oh, that's a cold. They get bad winters.
yeah.
if you want to feel the heat on the pavement, go to Las Vegas.
It's hotter here, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One year I was working on a used car lot, and it was 122 degrees.
Wow.
I had to shut everything down. I actually drove home with no AC in my car because it was my daily driver / race car.
Oh,
So that was quite toasty.
You know what?
we took my family there on vacation. My wife was working, and we got a free I don't know, hotel, but it had a water park in it, and we thought that was super cool. So we took the boys and everything, and I had frequent flyer miles. You could not walk on the cement. It was the most miserable thing ever. Like, it's a cool idea of having a water park, but because you couldn't walk between the different things unless you wore like water shoes.
Yep.
It was awful.
Yep.
The only place warmer than Arizona is Death Valley.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though Yuma and some of the outlying areas get close to that temperature as
I was
well.
gonna say, I think there are parts of Africa that would disagree.
Well, in the States.
Oh, I remember Iran a couple of years ago. They showed an index of all the heat they were having. It was like 165. I'm like, what the hell?
Hmm.
Yeah.
How could you even go outside? You would sit there and die practically in a few minutes, and you'd be fried.
Well,
Hey,
it's just
Sean.
like here in winter. It gets freaking cold here in the winter sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you had a mild winter in Canada this year. And hi, John.
This year, yeah. This year.
Hello.
I bet you found that. When was the last time you ever seen a mild winter in Canada?
About 3 years ago, I think it was mild also. Hey, John, how you doing?
Not too bad.
So what have you been up to this week?
I've been working on the dragster.
Nice. Got it.
Matter of fact, that's what I was doing when you sent out the email, and I didn't just ignored my phone and then happened to look at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, he's on. Let's go. So what body do you get?
Got the Pro Mod Corvette.
Corvette.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
You had to get something aerodynamic, didn't you?
Of course.
What's that?
You had to get something aerodynamic, of course.
That looks sweet.
Well, yeah. So I've been switching arms out and changing shocks around and all the fun things you need to do.
Have
Cool.
you seen the new S10 body that J Concepts is going to be coming out with?
For the number 3,
Yes.
That's going to be
The S10, is that going to be a dragster also?
yeah, it's set up like Larry Larson's old S10 truck,
Okay.
big rear wing and all that.
Yeah, there's a couple bodies I saw from Proline coming out and all that, and I started counting, and because I want to turn my either one of my 2-wheel drive into a dragster or even my 4x4 into a dragster.
Mm.
And
they do have.
I started counting how much for the wheel, how much for this, how much for that, like the wheel extender, the 17 millimeter hex adapter. I was up at $300 Canadian.
I got a set of 17 millimeter hex adapters sitting here in a package, still brand new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So since vehicles are getting so much faster in the industry, don't you think they're going to need to start making more aerodynamic bodies so we don't get a lift when you go fast?
What do you mean starting to? What about all the different stuff that Delta Plastics has already? The Porsches, Lamborghinis, and all that for the Slash chassis.
I mean,
Delta
yeah.
chassis? I don't think I'm aware of that. Which company?
Delta Plastic,
Delta Plastic. Let me look that up.
plastic
But-
with a K.
Yeah, so they're going to have to, because look at the speeds these cars are attaining. Our
Yeah.
hobby cars, they're going to have to start making small little wind tunnels for these bodies.
Well, look at Tim Smith, what he's done with his drag cars and all. He's also done it for a couple larger size speed cars he's done.
Yeah, because I mean, they got to. It's just amazing what they're doing. Look at Arma did with their bodies, and what they did with their chassis too, to actually allow the wind to suck it to the ground.
Same thing the XO1 has had for years. It's got the underbelly canard, so it directs air differently.
I just know that there was hardly any lift on any of the Armas were going in high speed because of how they
I've
channeled their
driven-
wind.
I've driven XO1s and have had no lift on them either, even in a head or tailwind.
Didn't they just redo the XO1?
That I don't know.
But the Arma one, these people were saying, "Oh my God, I see this thing getting sucked to the ground."
There you go, Frank.
Those are aerodynamic bodies.
Yeah, they got speed run bodies for Slash and all like that. I mean, they're very nice. I've actually got a Delta Plastic
Oh,
Corvette body I use for a drag car.
look, a Panas.
Yeah, they have Panos. They've got all sorts of them.
Panos.
The Porsche looks nice for the Slash though. It looks.
It's actually really nice. I've seen that one up close. The guy that is Delta Plastics USA, he actually lives not far from me. I get bodies when I get bodies from him. I pick them up from him by hand.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot. He brought him out and shown me the Camaro there. We actually use that as a legal bomber body for our bomber class racers that I did that video on.
I mean, I just want to see them actually putting these through the aerodynamics. Just to see them doing it would be cool, just for miniaturized aerodynamics.
That is actually a guy, his name's Freddie Martell. He races with us in our group. That's his body he did. He won a contest for the picture.
Okay.
So that thing actually cuts the air really nice in the bomber class. It handles really well.
Hmm.
So they've got a bunch of others, and they've also been working on a bunch of others as well, from what Ben told me.
People are starting to also work on adjustable aero stuff too on the cars, where the servo adapts to what the air conditions are to what we want from the car or not.
Yeah, but it's not as quick as it needs to be. That's the Thunder Truck class that we run. I've actually got the Chevy body here, painted up in my colors and all. I haven't run that class in a little while, but it's a real fun class. Short course, 2-wheel drive chassis, 223 wheels or 228 or 2.8s, plastic chassis, unlimited motor size, and the Thunder Truck body.
They need
That's
to
a
get
real-
they need to get the electronics to actually move as fast as what they do in actual cars now for that active aero.
That yellow and green body there is the Chevy body.
This one?
That one there, that's the Chevy Thunder Truck body. They can't use the Chevy name. They
Okay.
got
They can't use a name, but they got the logo up front.
yeah. They can't. They can have that on there, but for the advertising on the website, they can't do it.
That's interesting. They allow them to have the emblem, but not the
Because
Not
it's
to say
already
it.
pre-printed. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
change it.
Mm-hmm.
For the next run, it won't have it on there. It'll just have a straight bar. But right now, with that picture, since that was the prototype deal and was already on there, they're being allowed to use it.
They sure have a lot of them, that's for sure.
Yes, they have a lot of bodies. I've
I see
actually used a couple of them for different drift cars as well, because they have them for touring car chassis as well.
I just saw that I saw someone's Bugatti Chiron too, the one that they actually made the body that actually did 304 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That just recently did 304 miles an hour. They use that body on the body shelf for an RC car now.
Yeah. There's your couple Mercuries there, Frank.
I want to see the speed run. You said they had Lamborghini bodies?
They
Oh, yeah.
had, I don't know if they,
Diablo. Here's
I
a
know they
Diablo.
have it. They do have
Bugattis.
some gone away.
Someone needs
Okay,
to
they
make a
do
coat.
have-
Someone needs to make a Koenigsegg body.
That right there is actually, I believe, for, yeah, it's a 200 millimeter, so that's a touring car. I know they were working on it for the Slash.
I was
But
actually looking for somebody that makes a 200 millimeter touring car body. So
Yeah,
that's interesting.
They've got a number of them, actually. I've got the BMW Z3 Coupe thing that looks like a little wagon. I've got an Acura NSX from them. I've got the Volkswagen Bug. I've got two of those, actually.
You know what they actually called that BMW? A shooting brake.
Like this must be awesome for speed runs. Like this
Yes.
must hug the road like crazy.
Yes. Especially if you leave the wheels somewhat covered.
Yeah.
I bet that if that body could make you hit over 200 miles an hour if you had the right equipment.
Probably.
Yeah. Equipment and gearing. Yeah.
A Porsche 917. There's a blast from the past.
That's actually a really nice body, too. I almost got that one. But I got the NSX at the time.
Okay.
What about the Celine bodies? They got those too, don't they?
I'm not a fan of those myself. I mean, they're nice. It's just not my style.
What about McLarens and Bugattis? You like those?
Old style McLarens. Never been a big Bugatti fan.
Okay.
But you like Porsche bodies.
Some of them, yeah.
I saw they had a McLaren here.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's the 12C.
Yep.
Here's a Shelby Cobra GT.
There's a
200
Panas.
200 millimeter. They got a lot of the 200 millimeter, which is cool.
Yeah. That's where they actually started. Delta Plastics is based overseas.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes the prices change because, excuse me, the euro rate changes. And then the shipping with all the different tariffs and everything, if you will, that's made a big impact on how much things cost to get sent over here.
You like the Viper bodies too?
They're okay.
Okay,
I've actually
fine.
dealt
We're
with
not.
hard.
Go ahead.
I said I dealt with real Vipers. When they first came out, a friend of mine worked for the proving grounds out here, and we were at a car show, and he let me get in one, fire it up and all at a car show. It was interesting.
What about the new Stratos body? There's people still making Lancias, but they're not calling them Lancias, but they look just like the Lancias.
Tesla has a right to some of those bodies now.
Tesla has very aerodynamic bodies.
Especially if you're talking about that super truck. That's a nice one here with those tires.
That's the Ford with the 2.8s. Yep, I can get those anytime I want. Yeah.
How thick is the carcass of rubber for these cars now? Because I know they're making them thick to tolerate the speeds.
It all depends on who you get it from, I guess. I don't run speed runs that often myself.
Okay.
I just know what Delta has from dealing with them and having people ask me, hey, can you pick this up for me if he's got it? And do that.
Here's a short course, super strong RC body.
Yeah. What does that say for the thickness of the plastic? I can't remember on that one.
They do 1/10 and 1/8 scales, it seems, only, right?
Very heavy duty 2 millimeter Lexan.
Their 2 millimeter is actually a very generous thickness. I will
That's
say.
pretty thick for 2 millimeter. Yeah, for Lexan, that's pretty thick.
Yeah, and it's good and heavy because my Thunder truck is the 2 millimeter and it was a pain to cut out.
Sounds like you would need to use a rotary tool.
I just did a very rough cut and used my Dremel to get down to the right shape. I went through, I think, 3 different sanding drums.
Okay.
It was just cutting into it, like it actually cut into your finger and bleed.
Oh yeah. Yep, that they did.
Yeah, that VW bug was kind of weird.
They do have 2 different bugs. They've got the one you brought up. I don't know if that one, the main picture was silver.
Okay.
Because the silver one's a little different. It has a on it. That's the one I have is my drifter that I painted up, but I don't have the wing on it.
Is that a drifter truck?
That's new to me. I haven't seen that one before.
There's an old there's the old body for you, Frank.
An old body, wet old body.
You just go back, frame.
This
That one, yeah.
That's a Fiat.
Yeah, it's an old Fiat.
Fiat Topolino.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that one in person. It looks really nice, especially when it's done upright.
Yeah.
That's something Frank would like to do.
It has to be in gray. It has to be that gray, and
that looks more bronze. That looks like it's a bronze. Has gray bronze in it.
Almost like a silver.
Yeah, it's got a good color. I like the color.
That one's like a silver bronze color. Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
A very nice. It's a nice color.
It looks really good. It also looks real good in like that Corsa gray that's got the blue in it. That looks real good on it as well.
I wonder if those light buckets comes with it.
The lights do come with it. They're not really a working light bucket, so to speak, but can make them work. That's what I did on my Bug, because it didn't come with the buckets. I made buckets for the back and for the front. So.
Yeah, they got Delta plastic. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, there's that. Because I just saw
You
something.
know that
Oh, it's a Fiat 500.
did you know that there's a company now making carbon fiber bodies?
Oh yeah, must be expensive.
Yeah, I'd hate to buy one
Actually-
of those.
You know what? I heard that they're actually cheaper than you would have actually thought. I think
Oh,
they
yeah?
were going for 100 or less, depending on what you wanted.
That's $50 too much for me.
I
For
said
body,
50 or
then you
100,
get a
100,
painted.
100 or less. That's what I said.
Fortec bodies.
Oh, look, Ferraris.
Oh, Fortec is going to be 200 millimeter.
Look at that. They also got an MC12 Maserati. There's a Stratos body with the white and the green. Reminds me of the Tamiya they used to make.
Here's an old one.
Yep, Mercury,
Oh, those are from the 50s.
50 Mercs.
They look like chop top.
Could do some things sweet with these. Sweet build
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
Like this would look good on the Drifter with the right paint job.
And the right offset wheels.
Yeah.
It's right at 200. They're a little bit on the narrow side.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that F-150 with the
Oh, my.
sunburst color.
Every time I want to get one from him, he doesn't have one on hand. But I've got
Oh, yeah.
three. I've got my Volkswagen, I've got a Porsche, and I've got my BMW.
Oh, look, an Alfa Romeo. Looks like it's based after the Giulia.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of the Giulia, they're coming out with a GTA TA model or GTA model. It's gonna have 540 horsepower. It's gonna be higher. It's gonna have more horsepower than the Quadrifoglio.
Wow.
By 35 more horsepower.
Vintage bodies.
Yep.
Look, you got F1 bodies and D bodies.
Got the old Corvette right there.
And I saw monster truck somewhere. Monster truck bodies.
Yeah, they've got a few. There you go. Yeah, they got the Merc for the monster truck, and
That is different. That is.
I like the color. That's silver. The pewtery silver.
What I like about it, it's different than anybody else. So that's kind of cool.
I've seen
Yeah.
people make monster trucks out of El Camino bodies.
Oh, you can make monster truck out of anything.
Yeah,
That
even a
takes us
Corvette like
creativity.
Kyosho did. Kyosho made a Corvette one.
I remember that monster vet.
And Sen made a Fiat like that one, the Abarth.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They did, didn't they?
Yes, they did. There's a nice color on that McLaren that for 1/16 scale.
Oh, here's that.
Oh, look at that
other
Beetle.
Beetle.
I need to go get one of the 500s there for my new mini T I got.
Hey Frank, don't you like that silver on there?
That's okay. That one is nice. That Beetle is nice compared to the other one.
That's what I have here.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let me see. Let's go see Spotlight video. Yep. Now you got that on what chassis?
I had it set up on my D4,
Okay.
but
Is that a
I'm just not with the right mounts.
What color? That's a prismatic metal color.
Yep.
That's the rose gold Maya color shift with the black.
And the black almost looks like it has a little color shifted on its own. It has some type of
No.
pearlescence to it.
Nope,
Oh.
that's just my light. But You can see I made my own buckets for the back for lights.
Cool.
And then for the front, I use the headlight and fog light type deals from the axials and just stick it on. Go.
Okay.
Hey,
And
hey
it lights
Frank.
right through.
It works.
Hey
Yep.
Frank, do you watch RC Kicks, Frank?
Some videos.
Well, his wife is taking a monster beetle. She's making it a Herbie body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch that. She just put on a new video about what she wants to do, and this will be her second car that she did with him.
Now that one's for the Slash, I think, eh? That Porsche.
No, these are all 200 millimeter.
Oh really? It looked a
Yep.
little wide. Okay.
It's just the flares on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was set up on the D4. Actually, no, I ran this on my Street Jam all-wheel drive.
Nice.
And then the Z4 or Z3 coupe.
Cool.
So these are just 3 of the Deltas. I've got the Slash Corvette body for the drag car.
Did you know there's a Panamera shooting brake that looks like your BMW?
Yeah.
That's a nice body on that Porsche.
Yeah. I like the older style, like the 911 for Porsches.
Well, they still have that body shape is still pretty much consistent to this day.
Yeah, but I still go for the older style, the different look for the lights and all like that. I'm old school for a lot of stuff. But a lot of things have changed with our local drift track, and I'm not doing much of that now. So I'm just concentrating on my semis.
I guess I'm gonna have to send them an email to see if they have any of those Diablo 200 millimeter bodies.
Why not an Aventador?
There is no Aventador. I think that's the only one they have.
Oh,
Yeah, go on the website there, and I believe there's a link for a phone number for Ben. Just send him a text, and he'll get back with you as quick as he can.
Okay.
So since you like old school, so you like the way the Challenger looks.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the Mustangs that they've done recently.
I'm not a Ford person at all. I've been in the automotive industry for a long time. My dad was a body man for 40 years, so I've seen just about everything torn apart up until probably 2009. And Ford has never impressed me. They've always used the cheapest wiring, the thinnest metal they can get away with.
Have you seen the new Pantera that they're making? Someone bought out Pantera, so they're still making Pantera.
Well, on the website, it shows that they have 2 of those Diablo bodies available.
Grab it. He'll send it out as quick as he can. Right now, it might be a little bit behind because all the post offices here run on limited schedules. So
yeah, I know my son would love that. He loves Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you can actually choose a thickness also.
Yes, on a lot of them, you can choose the thickness.
1
If you
millimeter.
run the Racer and you want something lighter to save weight.
Yeah.
What about the Karma bodies? The car Karma now.
Parma? Well, Parma does not have
No. It's called Karma. There's a car company called Karma. Yes, they took over Fisker.
I don't know.
No clue.
No clue.
They're out in California. They make this car called the Karma. It's a hybrid, but it's got a very sleek, long-nosed body like an old Jaguar.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'll stick with my old Oldsmobiles and all like that. My project car right now is my 95 Camry Wagon, so.
The Camry is very different now.
Yeah, that new one's nice.
Oh, you actually like it?
Yeah, looks really nice.
especially with they have the two tones coming back. And they also have two-tone interiors in these cars now too. Again,
Oh, yeah.
That's a much on some of them.
Brandon is saying hi, Brad. Well, hi to
Hi.
everybody. And
Hi,
Brandon
Brandon.
is saying, Brad, your mic is working too good now.
that's surprising.
Hey, it's an open night, open mic, so anybody can say anything and talk.
Well, I'm surprised. You said you're old school, but I'm surprised you like the new Camry bodies. That's surprising to me.
Oh, yeah.
Eh,
So
I
you're
don't
working on
do
your
with
big
the-
semi?
yeah, I'm trying to make a plate inside to cover up all the electronics on the bottom plate.
Is that a 14 scale?
Yeah.
It's amazing how big the 14 scale is of a semi.
Yep, I got this one, and I don't know if you can make out the green one back there.
Oh, yeah.
that's got-
Wow, that is a fairly big room with lots of stuff all over the place.
I live in an old double wide trailer from the mid '60s.
I'm surprised
And
you have that type of room.
well, what this is half of the carport that was enclosed and made into the laundry room and all like that before we
Oh, yeah.
moved in. And I have my tools and my RC area out here.
Cool. Hey, it works.
Oh, did you know we've talked about this in the past? I don't know if you were saw anything about this. There's a 50s old semi pickup truck that they have out that being
Yeah.
sold.
You
You saw it, didn't you?
not by Cross. It's the one Medic did. He made his spin tires replica out of it.
It's actually called the Kong or King Kong or
Yeah.
it's really big, and the leaf springs on there are amazingly thick for a 12 scale
Oh,
car.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw it before. Remember you said you liked it, that white truck?
Yep. Hey, Jack's in the house.
Hey,
Hey,
Jack.
Jack.
Hey, Tony left.
Yeah, he left a while ago. I don't know why. He must have had something to do.
Or I scared him.
Yeah.
Why would you scare him?
I don't know.
Oh, it's right after John Martin arrived. He must not get along with him or something.
Oh, come on. I've never seen. He was talking with us for a
No,
long
I'm
time
just-
last time.
I'm just toying with you.
Oh man.
Hey, John, are those new shelves? Because I don't remember that stuff all being behind it last week.
Yeah, he's got a different camera angle.
Oh.
John's got a different camera angle tonight.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff to work on. Yeah,
Yep.
when I heard my local hobby store was closing, I was telling my wife they shouldn't close. This is an essential store. Like I need
Right.
to keep busy. Like it's crazy.
They're going to be back open once this all passes, I would assume, aren't they?
Hmm.
You think so?
Don't know. Jack says I scared him. Must have known I was coming in. LOL.
Yeah.
So how's the weather at your end, Jack?
It's getting colder there. It's Convent Hall.
Yeah, my summer's arriving. That means his winter is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the summer they had, it was insane. That was awful.
Yeah.
And then we got all this Corona stuff going all over the place.
Somebody needs to pick up Wednesdays, Tank. LOL.
Who said that?
Brandon
Timblin.
Timblin. I might, and I might call it Tamia Wednesday, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be cool, Frank. That would be awesome.
Oh, I knew you would have loved that. I know you would have loved that.
Well,
Hey, I'm not against the Tamias either. I got my semis. I got my grasshopper.
hey, did you see their new Carmen Gia?
No, I didn't. Oh wait, yes I did. Yes I did.
You like that?
German toy show video I watched.
Did
Yeah.
you like that?
That looks really good. I like old Volkswagens. I was building a Volkswagen powered trike back in Florida, so
So is it possible you'd be interested in that Carmangia chassis with the body and everything?
oh yeah. Because is that a 10th or is that actually a 12th scale?
No, that's a 10 scale. I was surprised. I just got a catalog from them. They sent it right here. They
12.
I got one of their free catalogs they give out twice a year. They have a volume 1 and a volume 2. And the Renault that they just came back out with, they re-released, that's on an Enmo chassis, but they say it's a 12 scale. And I swear it said on the box 10 scale when I've seen people put it on TV, on the YouTube. But they say it's a 12 scale on the 10 scale Enmo chassis because the Carnegie is 10 scale on that chassis. A lot of their cars.
Chassis.
MO6.
6, which is only like 5
It's a rear wheel.
Different than the 5, right?
Well, I don't know if it's different. You know, they have different. They both can have different wheelbases because you could.
I'm talking for the general average.
General average is usually I think they go in the medium size, but I think the Volkswagen's on the longer one. But it's the MO6. It's the rear wheel drive chassis.
I've got an MO5 here I'm working on for somebody else. So.
Oh yeah.
And they have an MO7 and an MO8.
Yeah. We run the front wheel drives as a mini class at our local bit.
Those things are quick. The mini, because they're so damn light.
Like you noticed, my my Herbie the Love Bug was pretty darn quick. Like it was too quick. It was stupid. It's only running on 2S. It was stupid.
Yeah, the guy who they should have put the Renault on a rear wheel drive on an MO6 chassis, but he has it on a front wheel drive chassis. That thing handles like a rail.
Yeah.
Oh, that Renault just it's very fast.
Yeah.
I had an old
right here.
I had a Mini Cooper that looked just like that.
Yeah.
Mini Cooper.
And I had an MO1 chassis of it when they first started those chassis, and I forgot if I bought optional tires for it or not, or I used the ones.
No, that's a special edition MO5, right? Because it's got the blue.
No, this is actually all hot racing upgrade parts.
Okay, it's an upgrade part.
Well, I remember
not hot racing, but racing.
Yeah.
I put a like a 35-degree 27 turn motor in my Mini, and it would squeal around corners. You would hear the tires losing. Going to there.
These are all 17.5s on 2 cells.
You're putting a 17.5 brushless motor on there? Holy cow.
Yeah. With the 20-tooth pinion.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a Tamiya Race Series spec.
Oh yeah, it's a class.
That's gonna
it's
run about 30. I know a good stock motor on my Mini that I had. It did over 20 miles an hour. So that and it squealed. The tires would sound like they were going to have it on the edge of adhesion. You hear this when it's cornering. It was so cool.
Come around until they get heat in them. Yeah.
Well, it would squeal my Mini. It was awesome.
Oh,
when it go around turns, and if the 17.5, I bet you it does like 25 or more.
Yeah, something like that. We run on a road course. This one, I'm waiting for the guy to give me a servo so I can set that up and do a couple of things. I got to solder on the leads, and then it'll be done for my part. He's gonna paint himself.
You know what's also cool is that the Tamiya also brought back the A60 model back body, and they also brought the brand new Super body back on one of their cars.
There you go, Frank.
I gotta get a new body for this. It's all banged up. It's all cracked. I got this used, but like it was already wrecked when I got it. But
you know, when they did the new bodies, they had one on a long wheelbase chassis on the MO3s. The MO3 they had a long wheelbase of the newer body because it's a bigger vehicle.
I'm AZ Froggy.
Yeah.
I just didn't change it on the screen.
So I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know when it's gonna come out. That Carnegie. It could be out already. I know that the new. I know the re of the Terra Scorcher's out.
The Terra Scorcher is back out?
Yeah, it came out on the 20th.
Okay. Cool.
I bet. Hey, Brett, do you ever mess with buggies?
Only like this.
That looks small.
It's a mini T.
Oh,
It's a mini
original
T,
one.
okay.
I bet you'd like the Sand Scorcher that Tamaya made.
Yeah, they're nice. No, I've got my grasshopper up on the shelf.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wa-
it's a mini T. Now I recognize it with the body on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like 1/16
Thanks,
scale,
Matt.
or 1/18.
See, I changed your name now, so you got the proper name.
Is
On
he
your screen.
Foggy? I rather call him Brett.
Yo, one, how you doing?
Thank
Yo
you.
one. Oh, I got him. I'm sub to Yo one. I'm surprised he's here. I didn't know he'd come here.
You knew it before, Jack, from on your YouTube channel
Yeah.
and on Facebook, I think.
So what's your next car, Brett?
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting rid of my RMX drifter since, like I said, I'm basically not drifting anymore. So might sell that off and get me a another semi or trailer or something.
Oh, I thought you'd throw in a Carnegie in there for you. So
Yeah, maybe. I just wish something like that was actual 12th or 14th scale so I could put it on the trailer for the semi and have it look right.
well, the only one it's 12 scales, the Renault.
Yeah.
Even though they should have put it on an M06 chassis because that particular rally car was rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
Jack says like me, he can't remember the last 5 minutes of stuff. That's why he probably doesn't remember you.
Hey, I'm the same way. Don't feel bad at all. Because of all my fun nerve issues, I have memory problems. That was actually found out medically by doctors when I was getting tested for all sorts of stuff.
No, it's terrible. Thank
Yeah.
God the hobby probably helps you with your memory.
It does.
GD Passel is asking, where is Steve OD 313? This was a last minute thing. I threw it together and just invited people. So I don't know if Steve was sleeping or what he's doing, but I haven't seen him anywhere in the chat or on the video.
Wish I was sleeping.
What do you mean? It's still early for you over there.
I know, but I haven't slept much in the past 3 days.
Oh,
That's the fun part with my back with the pain. So I understand with Steve getting as much sleep as he can when he can. So
yeah.
it's not fun.
John Martin is cutting the wheel wells. It's always fun cutting the wheel wells.
Oh, yeah.
Cutting in circles. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Hey, Jack, welcome in.
G'day.
There he
Hey
is.
Jack. Hey Jack.
How you going, mate? Jake, Trail Critters, yeah, mate. Even if I didn't have the blue, I'd probably still be a tool to some people. Don't you worry about that, mate. But I don't care.
Well, somebody needs to be a tool, so
Yeah, why not?
why not?
That mind.
Everybody needs one.
I'll be a tool, but at least I've got a flog.
Yeah, true.
I've got, you see on top of the stove there, I stirred up Joey Bright this morning on my cooking group.
Okay.
I put up post what's people's favourite cuisine. he put meat and potatoes. So it's kind of weird because I went shopping early this morning before the rush and bought some meat and veggies and all that. And I took a picture of I bought a nice sirloin roast. I put 3 potatoes next to it. I took a photo of it and put it up there. You go, here's your meat and 3 potatoes, mate. Cool.
I almost took a picture of my bowl of cereal this morning and posted it. Here's me cooking this morning.
Post it. I saw I saw Kevin Gibbs put up that spatchcock picture. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
No, I'm sure you did. I think you clicked like on it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jack.
Oh, mate, it was a smorgasbord on that tray. God.
Oh yeah, all the thing mixed together. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a smorgasbord. No, it's pretty good. People are posting up there. I'm not just gonna, when I cook and stuff, put my pictures up, and I want other people to put their stuff up as well. It's fun,
Jack, have you put up a pizza yet for yourself? Have you made a pizza for everybody to see?
Yeah, I did. I made a little submarine pizza that I put up the other day.
Okay.
I've never seen what a submarine pizza looks like.
It's just I just use a like a turkey spread or something that's only small. It's not big, and I just throw whatever I want on it. And
yeah, pizza sub. You never had a pizza sub, Brad?
I've had a pizza sub, but the way he's talking about it, he made it sound like it's different than what I'm thinking.
Oh. No.
Yeah, they're not in Mets RC. You're right, because if you scroll on the subscriptions on the left-hand side on your homepage, you'll actually see the red icon thing saying that Tank's live or Weather's live. That's the only way I can find it. I don't get no subscriptions now of when someone goes live.
You got to hit that bell. You got to hit the bell.
No, got nothing to do with the bell.
I got notified of this one tonight.
Oh yeah.
No, nothing to do with the bell. What's that you got there, Brett?
My semi.
Wow.
Nice dollar.
Silver and red.
Can you put him up? Can you showcase him, Tank?
Silver and red. What's that, Jack?
I'm just asking Tank to showcase. Can you hold it up? Yeah. That's a beast, man.
And it's only 14 scale. That's a beast.
Yep.
That's I got the cross at the back going there.
I see that there's black on it too. So on the sides,
Red,
black, and silver.
Yeah, black diamond, metallic black with a prism flake in it.
Awesome.
Nice chrome grille.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brett's put the cross at the back there to keep the vampires away.
No.
Yeah, it's in red too.
No, goes along with my faith, so.
That's awesome, man.
Then I got my green one back there also, the man.
Yep.
It's called the man. Oh, the man truck.
Man, yeah.
I see some planes in the background there.
Yeah, I've got a P-51 Mustang.
You got a P-51 there, yeah?
Radio for the truck.
Ah.
Because it was messed up. Normally I have it hanging up, but I'm doing some changes in here.
Yep.
So there's my bomber back there.
Yeah. That's cool. I had a
whole drum kit there for you, Jack.
What's that?
Got a whole drum kit there.
You got a drum kit up there.
I've got 2 drum kits at the house here.
Oh
yeah.
Have you ever heard of a band called Flotsam and Jetsam, Jack?
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Sounds familiar to me.
I can't say I have, mate.
They were a local band that went kind of big. I've actually got a kit out on the Arizona room, out on the patio, that was theirs.
Ah, awesome.
So
we should do some drumming videos, mate.
I don't drum.
It's just
they were my grandson's a drummer.
Drum shelf queens.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, you ever thought of getting your congregation into radio controls, radio control vehicles?
I've actually taken them out to different events because my church actually started out as a biker church.
Oh, really?
And we do different car shows and all, and we have a booth. When you go to the shows, if you're out here in Arizona and you go to a car show and you see stinking Jesus freaks, that's us.
You can do the same thing with the RC cars. You say stinking Jesus freaks on the cars.
That's funny, man.
I've taken them out there. Like I said, the pastor has a rat rod style Pro Street 34 Ford pickup.
Nice.
Got a blown 383 in it. It did have twin turbos on it as well, but you took the turbos off. It's a fun beast.
So it's a 34 or 33?
It's a 34.
So it's the same as my little hot rod, my Ford truck. Okay.
Yep. So I need a body like that. So if you know of a link for another one of those, I could sure use it to make a copy of that truck.
Check on eBay. There is some on eBay. They're about $40.
Okay.
I was thinking that. I bet he'd really appreciate having a miniature of his actual truck.
Yeah.
I did a version of my other pastor. He's got an old Bronco that he uses for his urban crawler. And one of the paint jobs he was going to put on it, I actually got a body already painted similar to what he was going to do. So I built that up and showed it to him. And he's like, yeah, I'd like to have something like that, but I'd break it too soon.
You know, believe it or not, I know that you don't like Ford, but the Bronco's coming back and looks very much similar to the early ones.
Yeah, but it's a lousy platform.
I see some of our shopping centers are gonna.
What's that? I'm sorry?
New 24-hour, what was it? 24/7 training hours for some of our shopping centers. Wow. Oh well, if it works, it works, because people are just panic buying. That's why.
Yeah.
In pharmacies as well. New South Wales, we're not going to have it. It's only up to 2 other states, which is a bummer.
All right, I got myself all screwed up.
So Frank, have they put you on lockdown out there?
No. Well, yes and no. They're
They don't want you going places besides what you need, like groceries, gas, pharmacy. Yeah. That's the only stuff that they're letting us do too.
I saw some the other day, but I don't see any now. That's strange. I don't see any of the Parma on eBay. That's strange.
A lot of those have been going nuts. People are going crazy trying to get a hold of them.
Yeah.
So that's an old Parma body, huh?
Yeah, especially that it looks like the Traxxas one, the new Traxxas car, the on-road one.
Yeah.
It's almost the same. So.
You know, Tamiya had something very similar. Remember you saw that on that when you went through all the Tamiyas? They had an old. I see you answer. They had a body that was old.
Yeah, but I don't know. Since I'm on my phone, I can't bring up a pic or anything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, the pastor's truck is quite distinctive. He's sold it 5 or 6 times and gotten it back 4 or 5 times.
That's weird. He just can't get rid. It's like a bad penny.
No, because every time he sells it, wherever it goes, it's been here in Arizona and actually once in New Mexico. Everyone comes up to him, oh, that's Pastor Mike's truck.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone got tired of hearing that, so they sold it back to him.
I bought this for Pastor Mike. Why do you keep that?
Yep.
They probably just so sick of saying that to them. This is my truck. Why are you saying it's Pastor Mike's truck?
That's basically it.
That's just some messed up stuff.
Yep. But he's got that. And then Pastor Bill's got his Bronco. One of the chaplains has got a nice 33 coupe, 5-window coupe. Another guy's got a 40 coupe. So we're a bunch of gearheads.
What about a 20? Anybody have a 29 Ford?
Actually, Pastor used to. It was blue with a flathead in it, and he sold that, and it went to Japan.
That was did it have a V8 in it?
No, yeah, flathead V8.
Yep.
He also had another 32 5-window white one. It was a coupe, and that had a Buick 401 nailhead in it, and that one went to Germany. So,
Really? Well, I think you're out of luck. I can't find that 34 Ford anymore on eBay. So you're gonna have to trade up and get mine instead.
well, the problem is I'd have to strip it and make it look like a total rat rod, because his is bare metal with a little patina, and then he cleared over it.
Ah, cool.
So.
That truck of yours, Tank, could be heading my way, I reckon. I think I found the V8, mate.
You should see the interior, Jack. The interior.
You showed it to me.
So nice. It's
you
crazy.
Sent it to you.
I sent you pictures. I know.
Yeah.
It's.
And then you said the video.
In real life, it just like.
Oh yeah.
It's nice. It's.
What I've noticed.
When are you gonna run it? When are you gonna run it? That's the question.
I don't want to run it on pavement.
Why not?
Cause I don't want to wreck it. I want to run it on carpet first or on a
floor.
floor.
Carpet. Oh, okay.
What about?
Yeah, but if you take it easy on the road, you could be all right.
Yeah.
Wood, how about on a wood floor?
We'll go to an underground car park, a smooth surface.
On the wood floor, because it's 3D printed tires, I'm afraid I'm going to scratch my wood floor.
Frank, have you seen the Tetsujin wheels that look like the NASCAR style steel wheels?
No.
Look those up. They would look real cool on that. And I also have a lot of drift tires that when I was setting everything up for the track there, they changed surface and they won't run these there anymore.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of tires if you want some.
Yeah, the problem for that truck is that the way the body is made, the rear wheel well is so much higher than the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason I went with a small tire in front and a much bigger tire in the rear.
Oh, so no, I get it.
If I put two of the same size tire, that rear tire is going to look so small at the back. It just won't look good, because keep in mind that truck was actually meant for a crawler. So with big 1.9 tires and all that. So just a normal drifter tires on it. Like I had normal tires on it before, and Tamiya tires, the 1.55 rims from the MAN truck, and it just looked lost. The tire looked lost in the rear fender at the back.
I was just saying, so if you could run it outside and actually run a real drift tire.
True.
Those
on a video real quick. Yeah, I probably could do that. Yeah.
You can paint them. You can get the rim itself, the outer wheel or outer hoop black, and get the center chrome or whatever. They've got different colors. They're a multi-piece wheel, and they have different offsets that you adjust it to.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the Tetsujin Super Rim, and then they've got, I can't remember what the one's called. They all have different names to them. But yeah, you can adjust the back spacing on it.
So your pastor's rat ride, does it have a clean looking interior? I mean, a modern looking interior, because I've seen that's how some people do the rat rides. The interior is really nice, but
it's got steel, like sheet metal steel seats in it. You put cushions on to sit in, 5-point harnesses, and just a lot of bare metal.
What about the gauges?
They're an older style autometer.
With bezels, chrome bezels?
That have been aged.
Because I've seen rat rides like that. It looks weird on the outside, worn real bad on the outside, but the interior's like.
That's not a rat rod. That's a poser.
Tech Nugent, you said, eh? Tech Nugent like this?
Let's see. I don't see any of those there. Let me type out the name in the chat for you.
Okay.
Wow, they have a lot of CRXs.
This is a badass wheel here.
Which one?
This one
Oh,
here.
that one. That looks very Porsche-like, or I've seen a
Yeah.
pattern like that on a lot of cars.
I've got some similar to that.
I was gonna say BMW.
Yeah. You could go gold or anything like that one right there. Those are gold.
Gold
instead
and
of
silver like
silver,
this.
yeah,
Looks
yeah.
so nice.
G'day, John. How you doing, mate?
Too bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not
Oh, look, I have an S2000 body.
We're looking at rims right now, Brad.
Hey, I had that car, that Clio there.
Sorry, I missed it.
Great way to hold on to different 1.9 on-road wheels. Use an old Pringles can.
A Pringles can?
Yeah.
Fit 2 sets in here.
That's a good idea.
Cool.
Pity if I wanted a chip, I can't get anything out of it. I'll get a wheel. See you later, Gabs.
Hey, Gabs. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. Gotta run. Leave a thumbs up on your way out. Thank you very much.
I've got some Tetsujin wheels. I'm trying to find them real quick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like is that a Japanese company, Tajujin? Sounds like a Japanese company name.
Sounds
It
like
is.
it.
It is.
I see Joey uploaded a video.
I can't get to it right now.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it's buried in a tote that I use to take the drift cars to the track. And I've got
Good.
other things on top of it, and I'm not lifting
G'day,
them.
Gabs. How you doing, mate?
So what are you gonna do with the track now? Different type of track work now. Just
I'm not going. It's been taken over, so to speak, by others. And they didn't like that I told them what was going to happen when they pulled up the carpet and how much work they'd have to do. So
are you gonna race anywhere?
I never downed them for doing it. I just let them know what was going on and what would happen. And they didn't like that I was right.
Hmm.
So I'm staying home basically. I'll run my drift cars out front. I've got chassis protector to put on the one. I've got tires to run outside. So
Are you gonna do towing competitions with your trucks?
no, but I've got my own setup I'm gonna do like Medic does. I've got a forklift over there I'm gonna be working on. I've got another one to convert to radio control. It's the Tamiya remote control one. It's only got the front 2 drive wheels and a single back wheel that swings. I've got to upgrade the gears on it and make it all radio control, so I don't have the wires sticking out the back.
Are you gonna use a 3-speed transmission from Tamiya?
On the forklift?
Oh,
No.
no, not the forklift. Not the forklift. I thought we were talking about a truck there too, not necessarily a forklift.
No, I got a forklift. No, the trucks have got the 3-speed transmissions. I've got them hooked up on the radios. I can be cruising along and change gears.
I always thought that was cool. They were ahead of their time back in the early 80s.
Yeah.
With that setup.
Car show a couple weeks ago before all this garbage came about. And a buddy of mine was there, went with me, and he was taking all sorts of pictures. I had my truck. I took the man out with the trailer. I could not go more than 10 feet without everyone stopping me to talk to me about the thing, take pictures of it, or just gawk at it.
Yeah. I always like the Bruiser chassis because it's all metal. It's all very realistic.
Yeah.
You have a Bruiser?
No, a buddy of mine used to have one.
The leaf springs and the 3-speed
Yep.
transmission and the
Yep.
transfer case that actually takes a 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, they were real cool.
They still make them today.
Yeah.
They They also now have full four-wheel drive, full-time four-wheel drive ones with 3-speed transmissions on them now.
Wow. Yeah.
The Hiluxes, the ones that they have the lifters on, that they lift the truck up, it has a 3-speed full-time four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that offset and that rim with different things that you can do, it rings a bell. I remember seeing them.
Okay. Well, MST and a couple other drift companies also have adjustable offset wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got those as well. I've got like 6 different sets of MST wheels, 2 sets of Tetsujin wheels, and then others that are just standard set offset.
Are the Kajujin wheels, are those just hard plastic tires, or are they?
Well, it's a wheel and then you put the tire on it.
And it's usually like a hard plastic tire, isn't it?
For drift tires, yes.
Yeah. I mean, they could technically make a one that has some rubber in it and still do the same job.
Yeah, but most drift wheels, they don't have the extra little inner partition, if you will, to hook a bead on for a rubber tire.
Yeah.
It's just the outer and the 2 outer sections of the wheel. So I don't even have any near me that I could compare it to.
I've seen some slicks that actually allow people to slide around on rubber slick tires that slide around pretty good.
Yeah, but if you're doing drifting like either indoor or outside, even
Yeah.
if you want the right control, you can't really do it.
I typed in drift rim adjustable offset, and this is what came up.
I like the gold and black one there. You see that, Frank?
Yeah.
And they got the red and black with chrome.
Go back up the top corner. I believe that's Tetsujin's right there. Yeah, the upper right corner.
These one?
The ones in the package.
Yeah.
Those are Tetsujin. That's the center. Yep.
Look at those rims. They look like they actually came off of a car that's familiar to me. I just can't put my name finger on it.
Yeah. Yep. Those are Tetsujin, the super rims. And that's just the center, and then you can buy the outer rim separately, and they have multiple colors available for those.
Are those plastic or are they metal?
Yeah, they're plastic.
Plastic.
They're very strong. I've whacked mine into all sorts of stuff with no issues.
Offset 3, 6, and 9.
Yep.
Is that the millimeters for the
Versions that are 2, 4, and 6 also with different centers because the way the dish is.
$12.99 isn't that bad for those.
And that should be for both packages there.
That's not bad for 2 packages.
No, but then you also got to get the
outer ring.
You got to get the rim itself, and those are usually like $6 to $8 or something like that. So.
Cool.
But they have a center that is, it looks like the steel wheels from NASCAR race cars.
Okay.
So it's the multiple D-shaped holes on it. So, let's see. Yeah.
So
look
here's
at
a
those
picture
colors.
of all the rims.
That's a lot of different colors.
There you go.
Those are all
Yeah.
cool colors. Frank, what color do you want?
Many, many, many more. The orange one.
The orange one with the black?
Those are actually really nice. If you type in your search, the Tetsujin Super Rim, and go down, it shows images of Tetsujin Super Rim. The middle picture has got an orange car and it's got the wheels in front of it.
That's cool.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Those wouldn't look bad on it either. The 5-spoke
Hey,
Raiders.
Look at that. They have that on a Lexus body.
Yeah.
A brand new Lexus body, actually. Fairly new body.
That was an LFA.
Yep. That was a wild car, the LFA. That was their wildest car they've ever made.
Yep. Oh.
Orange with black. It would have been nice. Well, I'm sure at the other store or whatever, they might have red and black because I got red flames on my truck. So something red and black would look nice.
Yeah.
And then you'll just have to get the orange and black ones for something else, right?
Yeah.
Then there was black with black rim with orange interior.
That's
With your semi truck, you know how they have in Europe, they have those like living dioramas where they drive them around the trucks all over the place.
Yep.
I wish they had that in the United States.
So do I.
You could be the first to start it, maybe, if you could find people to help you with it.
Well, that'd be cool, but yeah, I gotta have some major bucks for that. So
You can even get some adjustable offset that are printable, like printable
centers.
files for doing your own.
Oh wow.
Do you have a 3D printer, Brett?
No. I'm nowhere smart enough to use one of those.
Even though they're not that expensive.
I'm smart enough, but I don't have the patience right now to actually start learning it. And there's so many things you got to learn. And so
I
no.
got the patience, but being on disability and a fixed income, I can't afford it.
Yeah, same with me. Same thing with me.
Yep. Oh. Oh, man.
Is that an Aeromax body?
What, mine? No. It's what they call the night hauler.
Oh, took his big rig out.
I got the man out now.
That's a Tamiya man, right?
Yeah.
I've seen them also put extra axles on the Tamiya ones. They make them 6-wheel drive.
Those are expensive to get too. You gotta
And they
go
use
through the axles.
You have to, but they're Tamiya chassis that are made into 6-wheel drives, right?
This is only rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
It has 4.
It's
It's
rear
a
wheel
4x6.
Yeah, 4x6. So.
But you can make one of those 6-wheel drive, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, you can get the transfer case to send it to the front. You can get the front drive axle, but Lesu's the one that has those, and I think the axle alone is like $250.
Who makes those?
Lesu.
Netsu?
LESU.
Okay. Letsu. Yeah, because when they do those, most of those guys actually add that front axle because of the stuff they drive through.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Me.
Good thing about his man truck, it's green.
What about it?
It's green metallic.
It's green. It's the best color.
Lime ice.
Is it a green metallic?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of metallic in it. So.
It's Arctic green, mate.
Arctic green.
There's no such
Arctic
thing.
green. Yeah, well, is there such thing as an Arctic white?
Well, you can take an Arctic white and put a candy green over it.
Yeah, yeah, Arctic green, eh?
Looks good. That's why I'm still debating on painting mine or leaving it white. I like the white, but I'm debating. I'm still debating.
You can get white metallic. You could get white metallic.
And all.
Oh, it's Arctic white right now. I don't want to get metallic.
Hey,
What's
Frank,
Arctic white?
Yeah, hey, Frank, you could take the white and add a little more silver and make it have a silver hue to it, to the white. That's cool looking.
Hey, Jake.
This guy is white.
Mr. Dirt Church.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hello, trucker.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
I mean, 3D printers are slow. I'm not interested in 3D printing.
That's
I got
a
an
stuffed
RC
animal.
four-wheel drive teddy bear. It's a bulldog. RC four-wheel drive bulldog.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Where's you that from?
You put them on
Okay.
fifth scale cars. Yeah, fifth scale car.
The guy that gave me the 3 RCs, that was in his lot of
I was gonna say it was handed to you.
lot of stuff. Yeah, it was handed.
You wouldn't have bought something like that.
No,
What color is he? Arctic white with red, is he?
Why do you know there's an actual color called Arctic white? I don't know why you keep making fun of me that right.
I'm not making fun. I'm not making fun of you, mate. I've never heard of Arctic white.
But it exists. I've seen it printed for a car color.
I see.
But now they have colors now that have more silver in the white, which really looks cool.
so do you want to sell your green truck? Tony wants to buy it, I think.
Is he
No,
on? Is he,
Tell him to go and make one. Tell him to get a kit and make one.
No, he
can do
doesn't
it.
like building. Tony doesn't like building.
Yeah, he's like
Hey,
me.
Jake.
He doesn't
Hey,
like
Jake.
it at all. Like me.
This is the first one I got. I really like this. I got the man because it was the shorter wheelbase and easier to drive around inside here. So, yeah, I don't think I want to part with it. If anything, I want to get the King Hauler or whatever other version and have the 3 of them together.
the Grand Hauler, isn't the Grand Hauler the longest?
Yeah, well, it's actually about the same length as the Night Hauler. I believe the rails are real close in length.
But it's much longer than the one you have now.
Then this one, yeah, but the other semi I just had, it's the same size of the
Okay.
Did you see that prototype of the Tamiya Wrecker, the 8x4?
that is $1,100. Oh yeah.
You like it?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure how much I can sell and how much I got to save to get one.
Hey, Brett, before you put that away, can I have a look at the front of it? Sorry, I was looking at RC tanks.
Well, that's fine.
Can I have
Wants
a
to
look
look
at the front of it? Have a look at the front
Wants
of
to see
the
the front
truck.
of it. He wants to see the front of the truck.
That thing's a beast, man. That's a beast.
And they weigh a lot. Those are like 5 pounds or something, aren't they?
More like about 8, I'd say.
And they're
Yeah.
only 14 scale and they weigh 8 pounds.
Yeah.
That's
And this doesn't even
those are-
have all the
that's
metal
pretty
upgrades
heavy.
for the transmission and all.
No, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
8 pounds. Wow.
but it moves out. I got a 55 turn in this one.
even
and it-
with the 3-speed.
it moves out.
Are you gonna put a 3-speed transmission in it?
It has it. It comes with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it hauls ass. It gets real down low, and then it
It
go
moves
about 15 miles an hour.
This one in third, I'm guessing it would probably run about maybe 20, even with the
Okay,
trailer on it.
that's awesome. I like that the trucks will do 20 miles an hour.
Now, the Night Hauler, that's got the 27 turn in it, and Axial told me that that's what comes in it, but it seemed faster than the Axial 27 turn.
Oh, yeah.
That one, I'd say like it's
Mm.
about 25 or so.
That man, is that bigger than the Night Hauler?
I'm sorry?
Is the man bigger than the Night Hauler?
No, it's might be a little bit taller cab-wise, but lengthwise, the Night Hauler's longer.
Yeah.
I always told the guys, I said, all hobby cars should do at least 20 miles an hour right out of the boxes. That's a good starting point, and that's getting it to decent speed. You know what I mean?
What I
Yeah,
want to know is,
I can
why don't
do
they
that.
make them? Sorry, Brett.
Sorry, just sometimes 20 miles an hour can be too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want
I've
to.
seen-
You don't want a truck like that going so fast.
No,
Scale.
exactly. You got to have the right scale look.
Yeah.
I mean, this little
But-
thing doing 20 miles
Brad
an hour.
wants to put a brushless in it. Do you want? Is that what you want to do, Brad? Put a brushless in it.
I wish you would.
I'd like to see someone do a brushless just to see what it would
I'm
do.
sure there
That would be
is.
just
I'm
interesting.
sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube.
I think he's got them. You got, or not necessarily him, but I know, I think Joe and one of the other guys have brushless in one of their trucks.
I bet it
It
falls ass,
depends. I
doesn't
mean,
it?
if you're gonna, maybe if you're gonna do like, I don't know if they're allowed in racing, you know, if you, especially, I know I see a lot of man trucks that go around the racing track.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I can see-
I'd leave it scale, man. I wouldn't touch a thing on it.
I can see like Medic using the brushless motors in his when he's doing his YouTube Gold.
Yeah,
believe-
well, that's Medic though.
Yeah.
Medic is a different kettle of fish. You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
do you have Tamaya one of the racing European race trucks from Tamaya?
I had one. I just sold it recently.
Those should be fast for sure because they're race trucks.
Oh, they're quick. Where is that?
Oh, they're TTO1s.
The TTO1
Yeah.
chassis, is it?
Bodies.
Oh, there's one.
So
Yeah,
that's
I've
the
got-
body.
okay, I've got a TTO1 chassis. How do I get a truck body for it?
Order it.
You just order it.
Or-
But you'll
Which
have to
one?
paint it.
Yeah, you got
They
to
don't
paint it.
come painted. They
No.
come clear, right?
You
I
got to
can't
find
paint
somebody
to
that's
save
going to paint it for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't paint to save my life, mate.
Either can I.
What's
I just
that one
can't-
there?
I can put them together.
Mate, I can't even hold the pen in my hand.
Are you thinking you might want to get the that other one with the truck that looks like the night hauler one? You're gonna think of getting one that has that type of body on it that's a European race truck?
Oh, the Bagheera?
Yeah, the big
Yeah, the Biohazard.
That's what I had. This was the second body for the
Oh.
chassis.
Oh,
But when I sold it,
they have a
I just wanted to hold on to this because I liked the way it looked. It came out cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, want to know something? They have a new Mercedes body for it now too.
I know. I already showed that to my racing group, and 3 of the guys want to get it and want me to build it for them.
See, Jack, by the time
should
you
get-
buy the body for it, you got to buy the bumper for it also because the front bumper is completely different.
No,
there's
the
a whole
bumpers
bu-
actually come with them.
No, if Jack puts that on his TTO1, if he buys
Yeah,
the
the-
body,
The bumper comes with the body kit.
oh, the body kit comes with the bumper. Cool.
So Brett, are you thinking of that you might actually get another one with the Mercedes body on it?
I don't know if I'll get one for myself. Like I said, I got 3 guys that saw it in the group that I posted it in. For some reason, they come to me to build its Maya stuff. When I first took mine out,
Oh,
no one could beat me with mine.
Oh yeah.
And I built it box stock, but I followed directions and I greased up all the parts the right way, where most of them didn't. They didn't grease up the dog bones, and it was catching and binding up in there, and they were snapping dog bones. I never had that issue.
you know what's also interesting is that when they have those races, you kind of leave the friction dampers on it, but they have these rubber inserts that I've seen on some of the Tamayas I've gotten in the past, and you can insert it to change the way it moves. You can make it stiffer or softer with those tubes that go over the shaft.
There is no
That's
shaft
still
on
friction
it.
damper.
There's no shaft. It's 2 plastic pieces that basically snap together with the spring on the outside. It's a 4-piece deal. You've got the top collar piece, you've got the top center, the lower, and then a clip that goes in to hold it all in place, and then the spring. There's no shaft on the inside at all.
Oh, I thought that was a shock body because most of the friction dampers are shock bodies. They have shock bodies and
No.
friction dampers.
No, not on TTO.
And look at Jake. Looks like an artist with a flick. What do you got in your mouth, Jake? Is that a paintbrush?
Yeah, paintbrush.
Mozart gonna do it. Not Mozart. Da
Making,
Vinci's
that-
gonna do his work.
making
But
street
that
signs.
Mercedes was very good looking with that color scheme.
Yeah, like I said, I got 3 guys that want me to build it for them if they get it. So
Cool.
I enjoy building them. I like building the stuff more than running it, except for the semis just to run them around.
Hmm.
I picked up this mini T the other day. It was on offer up for $40, ready to run brushless with 2 lipos.
That's good.
So,
I went-
sorry, what would be a good body to get for my TTO1 for a truck? Maybe
Um,
a man body or something. Or
if you want a semi-style, you can get the Man, you can get the Bagheera.
And the Mercedes now.
You got the Mercedes coming out. There's a couple aftermarket companies that have the Euro truck style bodies that they sell.
oh, okay. Is there any? Well, I mean, I saw what Tony said in the chat. Internet is my what do you call it? Yeah, that's where I usually go. Maybe have a look on eBay, some Facebook groups, maybe.
Mhm.
Because I'd rather get one that's already painted up.
Do you ever see those Habaos, the new 10 scale Habao race trucks?
That chassis is something else.
Yeah, they're expensive though, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit pricier. It's a bit more than the Smia kit, but if I was still going to run that stuff, I can't run the road course because of my back with the pinched nerves I have. I can't steer right in road course deals. But if I
So
keep doing
isn't
that, I'd get one.
Habeo wasn't Habeo Offner?
I believe so, or at least a part of it.
Not sure.
Okay. Yeah, Offner.
Offner?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Habao, I think it does 40, 50 miles an hour right out of the box.
Well, that's a chassis. It's not a full kit.
I thought the body came with it.
Yeah, but there's no electronics in it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that 40, 50 miles an hour would be, I'd say, with a good sized brushless system in it and a 3-cell, which I wouldn't run personally. I mean, I only own 2 3-cell batteries and no, I'm sorry, 3. And 2 of them I use for the sound kit on my semi. So I don't run, everything I run runs second or 2S. So
What's the highest milliamp for a 2S?
highest milliamp hour,
Yeah.
I've seen 400.
For a 2S.
Yeah, 8400 60C.
Isn't it 12,000?
Probably. I'm just saying what I've seen around me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and they don't go higher than 60 amp, 60C?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, that's all I've seen around me.
Oh, all right.
All I've seen local. That's the thing with Arizona, with the heat, it kills these batteries at times if you don't watch it.
The cold
Yeah, they
air
might
kills
start
the battery.
For the cold, you can bring it back from heat. They just puff up and explode out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's past 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. It's past midnight. So we're going to start doing a round table and say bye to people and cut this video chat. Thank you very much for coming in. We'll start with the person that has his mic muted. John Martin.
You did
Hey,
have it
you know,
muted.
I already heard you say this, so I was already turning mine back on.
Go
You
ahead,
didn't
John.
catch me off guard, but it was good times and fun. And even though I was working on my dragster and cutting stuff, but it's always interesting the things and learn different things about different things.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, it's always nice, I find, being in the video, especially when you're working on something. You want to go to the keyboard and start typing and actually watching the chat and what's going on. So that's why I like being in the video while working, is you're doing stuff and you can just turn on your mic and start talking. So it's cool. Thanks for coming in, Jim.
No problem.
Not Jim, John Martin. The JM got me. Trail Courier RC, your turn.
Hey guys, thanks for having me, Tank. Sorry I was late. I was busy cleaning up my mess, trying to find my workbench, but we'll see you tomorrow night.
Is it dirt church?
Yeah, I got that going too.
Yeah, Brad, can you say bye?
Hit that like button and see you guys tomorrow.
Cool. Easy Froggy.
Well, thanks for letting me pop in here, Frank. And thanks everyone out in the chat, and have a good one, guys.
Thanks for popping in. It's always nice having you. We'll keep the last for the best for the last. Epic
yeah.
RC video production.
Yeah, no worries about that. Thanks very much, and people in the chat. Tony, you're a flog, mate. Just joking. See you later, devil horns.
See you later. Thanks for coming in. And like I said, we're keeping the best for the last, and that's me.
Oh yeah, Colonel Sanders here. Look at this bloke.
Oh, actually, Colonel Sander.
Come on, Colonel Sanders.
Colonel
mate.
Sander has a
Come on.
very smaller mustache and
I don't
only
care.
has a little tiny beard here.
I'm sure.
So
I'm
I
sure.
look nothing like
obviously,
Colonel Sanders.
well,
I actually look-
obviously, obviously, you've studied him, so you probably go and freaking shave your beard like him. By the sounds of it. What's going on
So-
there?
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for jumping in on the last minute video. It's awesome. We had a good time tonight. Actually went over the
That's
time.
correct, Sean. You never
And,
walk away, my friend.
Thanks to you later. And keep those batteries full.